Have you ever had a lucid dream? Can you meet your friends in your dreams who are also dreaming or sometimes awake for some reason? If so, then you may have something in common with the characters from today's movie, Nightmare on Elm Street 3: Dream Warriors. It features Kristen Parker helping her friends overcome Freddy together as a family. It also features the return of Heather Langenkamp, or Nancy Thompson. But is the movie scary? We'll find out on today's episode of It Came from the Bargain Bin. As far as notes today, we will be continuing to do all the movies leading up to Freddy vs. Jason, but we're also going to be doing some Halloween movies next month. Not specifically Michael Myers, unless he gets voted on. But yeah, it's October, the best month of the year. So we're going to watch some Halloween-themed horror movies. We're going to put a poll up on the YouTube channel. Yeah, I know. That you can vote on, and you can vote for which movies that you want to see during October. We'll put that poll up probably before this episode comes out, but it should still be there.
It's the best month of the year because it ends in Dia de los Muertos.
Now let's get into the cocktail. Today's cocktail is very simple and really doesn't have that much to do with Nightmare on Elm Street at all, but it's delicious and sweet like the characters in the movie.
Delicious and sweet?
It's just amaretto and cream soda. It's really good.
Honestly,
just got to give it a creative name that goes along with Nightmare on Elm. The dream. What's that other word for liquid that's like thick?
Oh, you know what we should call it? We should call it The Last Good One, because it's the last good Nightmare film.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm down for it. Yeah. Alright, now on to the background. A Nightmare on Elm Street 3: Dream Warriors was written originally by Wes Craven, and then the original draft was changed around by Bruce Wagner and Frank Darabont. According to the documentary that I've been referencing throughout these episodes, Never Sleep Again, a lot of the people were kind of throwing shade on Wes Craven's original script and kind of talking shit about it. Apparently it was supposed to be a lot darker, and they used the word really ambitious, so I'm really curious to what it would have been.
Fuck these people to shit on one of the fucking goddamn masters of 70s, 80s, and 90s horror.
That's what I was thinking too.
What the fuck?
He saved your company, and you're like, with his original script, and you're like, no, we gotta get somebody else. Anyway, it released in 1987, and it stars, of course, the wonderful Robert Englund. It marks the return of Heather Langenkamp.
The fucking amazing.
Yeah, it has Patricia Arquette in her acting debut, and I'm not going to name every single actor, but this movie's got a really good cast, particularly Kincaid.
Fucking Lawrence Fishburne is just some random nurse in the hospital.
Yeah,
which is insane.
The cast of this movie is awesome, and one of the reasons for that is they talk about it in the documentary.
It is Lawrence Fishburne, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
They all got really close, and it was one of those sets that you hear about where they felt like an actual family, and that's, like, you can always see that in a movie when you watch it. If the cast is getting along and, like, really comfortable with each other, you can tell. And it really shows in this movie, just like they said in the documentary. That tastes thicker than it is. It's not that thick, but it feels thick.
It feels so thick.
It does. According to Box Office Mojo, the movie grossed $44,793,222 worldwide. It is classified as fantasy horror. It has an original song written by the band Dokken, a classic song, and at the end of the VHS for the movie, a music video featuring Freddy himself plays with the song. The movie, of course, like I said, marks the return of Heather Langenkamp as Nancy Thompson, and she's apparently at first didn't want to do it, and it took some convincing for her. Like Logan said, Lawrence Fishburne is randomly in the movie, which is strange. Pretty neat.
He's also credited as, I was just looking, according to IMDb, he's credited as Larry Fishburne, which is...
And I could be wrong, but I think this was right after fucking Pee-wee's Playhouse. So what a transition for him. And then he goes into The Matrix. What interesting career
so weird
for him. The movie pretty much ignores the previous one, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, which is fine.
I mean, it's got nothing to do with the two plots have nothing to do with each other at all, really. So I mean,
it doesn't upset me, so it's whatever.
I mean, and it's not like you get these brief couple that are all connected, and then the last one is not connected at all.
Yeah, but the last one's really good.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
The last one's really good. New Nightmare? That's the last one.
No.
I count that as the last one.
No, I thought you were talking about Freddy's Dead for a minute, and I was like, I'll kill you.
New Nightmare is awesome.
And New Nightmare is awesome, but...
Last little bit of short background. A lot of people online credit this movie as the one that really launched Freddy Krueger into like mainstream media, being like a cultural icon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now it's time for... The movie opens with a paper-mache building of the original Nightmare house with some really cool, like, gothic music that I really like. Mm-hmm. The rest of the movie is not gothic; it's fantasy horror. So
okay, but also we'll get to it. We'll get to it when we do 4. But like, I'm also just realizing that like they really just copied the opening credits from this for 4, except instead of a paper-mache house, they changed it out for a little girl doing chalk on a sidewalk. But other than that, like, it's exactly the same, because you just see, like, through the opening credits, hands doing crafts.
Yeah.
Until it zooms out and you see who's doing it.
Even in the very first one, you see hands building murder glove.
Right, so, like... So far, 2 is the only one that's got a different opening.
Yeah, and for some reason, I don't know why, but the paper-mache really grossed me out. Just having that gross mixture on your fingers, I hated it.
Mod Podge is icky.
It's being made by Kristen Parker, the main character. She turns up the radio to stay awake and then eats a spoonful of just...
dirt?
No, it's not dirt.
It looks like dirt.
She eats a spoonful of fucking instant coffee powder.
Oh, is that what it is?
Just dry instant coffee powder and chases it with Diet Coke.
I swear to God, I thought it was like dirt for making the craft house. That's what I thought it was.
It'd be real weird and random. But yeah, she eats a dry... that's like a fucking food challenge you'd find on YouTube, and she's just casually doing it. It's nasty.
Yeah.
Her mom gets home, and she's pissed that she's awake because she's a classic piece of shit parent in a horror movie.
Oh my God, I feel like she's worse in the second one, but like, she's fucking horrible. I hate her.
And then Kristen does go to sleep. She's outside the Elm Street house, and there's the little kid jump roping, and that's like a recurring thing for these movies. Of course.
So the jump roping girl.
She enters the house. She hears noises. She follows one of the girls, and the girl says something horrifying. "This is where he takes us." It's not a good thing to hear.
Yep.
And then the little girl turns into a skeleton while Kristen is holding her, and apparently, when they were making the skeleton that the little girl turns into, apparently the first time they made it, it was so grotesque that they were like, we can't use that. And that shit always pisses me off. I want to see it. I want to see the grotesque version. Don't tell me about it if you didn't use it. I'm going to be upset.
I always get pissed off whenever people are just like, yeah, we had this one, and it was really good, but it was also really terrifying, so we didn't go with it. I was like, fuck you.
The guy who designed it, he said that they told him, like, think Auschwitz person. Mm-hmm. And he was like, all right. And he said he spent, like, some ridiculous amount of time working nonstop on it. And then they were just like, nah, that's too much.
They always want it to be more fake than the real stuff. And it's just like, we want it to look real. Oh, wait, that's too real. Sorry.
And it does seem like One thing that stands out with the Friday or the Nightmare on Elm Street, I'm getting confused because of the sign. One thing that stands out is a lot of the times movies get a lot of interference from studios out of greed. The interference from the studio in these movies actually genuinely seems more like they want to help make the movie better. Not that it's always good ideas, but it seems
they're
from a
trying.
more genuine place than most studios would do.
Yeah.
Especially if you watch the documentary, the way they talk about it, they don't even mention they're not like, we wanted to do this because it would be cheaper. They're like, we want to do this because we thought it would look way cooler, stuff like that. So
speaking of stuff where they had one idea and they're like, okay, we need to switch this out for less terrifying. With Star Wars, when they were doing the prequels, and they had this guy doing concept art, and they when they were doing Darth Maul, George Lucas told him, give me your worst nightmare. And so this dude described how he his worst nightmare was the face in the window with the rain and everything. So he drew this absolutely horrifying picture, and then he gave it to George, and George looked at it and was like, oh no, give me your second worst nightmare. And then that was the Darth Maul that we got. I really wish they'd gone with the original design because it looks so good.
And speaking of that, they had a similar thing with the first Nightmare movie. It's they made the burns look way more realistic, and the people were like, "Oh no, that's awful.
That's too much."
No, it's not. You fucking know who horror fans are. They want to see the nasty shit.
The one thing,
they're dirty fuckers.
As horrible as the Nightmare remake is, the one thing I'll give them is they made him look like an actual burn victim.
He kind of looks Asian to me for some reason. I don't know why. He just looks Asian.
That's just Jackie Earl Haley's
face.
He's just
Asian.
He's just got narrow eyes. He's got a very, and I don't feel mean saying he has a rodent-like face, because
he does. I never connected it before, but yeah, you're right.
And when they made the Dark Tower movie, which is based off a Stephen King series, and it's a horrible movie. Mike Flanagan is supposed to make a new adaptation of it, and it's going to be way better if he ever actually gets around to it. But they literally cast him. They cast Jackie Earl Haley to play a person that's supposed to be a rodent person in disguise with a human face on, but underneath his face he's just a rodent person. So you can't say that he I don't feel bad saying that he has a rodent-like face, because he literally got cast to play a person with a rodent-like face.
Yeah. So, back in the dream, she hears, "This is where he takes us."
This is where he takes us.
And then Freddy appears. He chases her through the boiler room. She runs away, and then she wakes up in her bed.
Yep.
And then she goes to the bathroom. Turns out she's still fucking asleep, because the faucets turn into a weird,
the hands,
altered Freddy glove,
the
and
Freddy
starts
glove,
slicing her up. And then her mom walks in just as she is getting sliced, and she's like, "Oh shit, you're trying to end yourself."
She also has a razor blade in her other hand.
She was trying to fight him off. And the only thing about this is that confuses me is she's asleep, but why wouldn't she be in her bed if she was asleep? Was she sleepwalking? Or?
Well, I mean, what's her face was asleep. In the opening, the opening kill of the first one, she was asleep and she was dragged up onto the ceiling and everything. So you can.
I guess, yeah. But
it's still better than some of the stuff that they do in 4.
Yeah, it gets worse. It goes downhill.
Oh my god, 4 is so bad.
But yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
I don't think it's as bad as the other ones, but yeah.
No. Definitely, it's still better than 5 and 6, but. It's the first one that I was like, oh god.
So then we get her. She gets admitted to Weston Hills Psychiatric Hospital against her will, which that comes back in Freddy vs. Jason. So this is super cool. It's not that big of a deal, but it really makes me happy that a place established in the 3rd movie comes back so many movies down. That's cool.
A decade later or something.
Yeah, I think it's super cool. Dr. Neil Gordon and Dr. Elizabeth Sims talk about
Sims
her
is a
case.
bitch.
Yeah, and the actress for her in the documentary is she's like, people tell me that my character was mean. I thought I was just being a leader and a good adult. Which she seems like a nice lady in real life, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Kristen is, of course, violently resisting trying to get sedated. She's fighting off all the doctors and nurses. And one of them like dives over the bed and
she
grabs her.
She fucking kicks the shit out of Lawrence, like right in his fucking legs, or between his legs. I couldn't see exactly where it went, but wherever it wasn't
She's
good.
Violently trying to not be sedated.
Yeah.
Nancy Thompson arrives in her return. I think she's supposed to be like a grad student or something along those lines.
She's like a grad student. She's like doing an internship
and
or something.
She sings the Freddy nursery rhyme.
Well, Kristen sings it, and then Nancy finishes it
to signal to her like,
and then it calms her down.
I know what you're about.
Yeah.
So then we get to the group therapy, which introduces all the characters. Which I like. You can say what you want about this movie, but the characters really are the best part. Like I really like all the characters in this. There's just a little brief description of each one. There's Philip, who is a sleepwalker and he likes puppets. There's Kincaid, who is the best character.
Kincaid is fucking great.
He's a sassy boy.
And then there's
Jennifer. She wants to be an actress and she is a smoker. There is Taryn, who is a recovering drug addict, and there's Will, who is in a wheelchair, and that's his whole thing.
That's his personality. Yeah. He's in a wheelchair and he wants to be a wizard.
Yeah. He's a pretty cool guy. Like I said, I really like all these characters. There's Joey, who is a mute and communicates with a notepad. Sims, the bitchy nurse, insists that all the kids are suicidal. And, of course, Nancy suspects Freddy because of the shit she's been through.
Yep.
Am I missing anything?
My notes so far, fucking Nancy's talks to Kristen's mom at some point, and you're like, oh, this is a negligent bitch.
Yeah, has that happened yet? Did I skip through that? Did that already happen?
I don't know. It's before anybody dies. Also, Nancy talks to Dr. Gordon, and her hypnosil falls out of his bag, and there's a scene of him looking it up later.
Yeah, because he brings it up to her at some point in the movie, and he's like, you shouldn't be taking this. And it becomes a whole plot point, but we'll get there.
There's also the dream.
The next note I have is Kristen's first shared dream.
Yeah. That's what's next. That's where we're at.
So Kristen is dreaming of the Elm Street house again, and of course Freddy is there trying to fuck her up. She accidentally pulls Nancy into her dream, which is an interesting new concept to introduce in this movie.
Right, I think it's cool. Also, Freddy is this like weird fucking snake with a Freddy face, which I think is very fun, and it looks really good.
They said in the documentary, that they had to make some changes to it because originally they were like, that looks like a dick. That's just a dick. We need to do something about that.
I mean, it's hard to make like a snake monster with a face and it not look like a dick.
Flesh colored,
right? Like,
but
I mean, they did a good job, I think. Cool, because she like falls through into her chair that she's sitting in, and then flips out into.
And like this movie or not, and this can be said about pretty much all of them, whether you like them or not. They've got some really cool effects. That's like the highlight of all of them, except for this one. The highlight is the characters. And the being able to pull people into your dreams dynamic is, some people hate it, some people love it. I think it's really cool until we get to the next movie, then it's real stupid. But I guess for this one, it's really cool.
And honestly, they could have made it good in the second one if they just hadn't done certain things.
Yeah, and so in the dream when they're both in there, Nancy sees Freddy and she has like the oh fuck moment where she like, because she suspected it before, but this is where she sees him and she's like, fuck, I was right. Then they wake up and Nancy realizes that Kristen has this power to pull people into their dreams, which is wild. It's like when SpongeBob was walking around just climbing into people's dream clouds and participating in their dreams.
Yeah.
And do they talk about when she drops the hypnosil? Is that next? I think that might be next. That's when they talk about Freddy, right? Or is this a different scene entirely?
No, not yet.
Okay.
When they don't talk about Freddy when they do the hypnosil.
Okay, so that already happened then, I would assume.
Yeah, so they introduce some of the characters, then the hypnosil stuff happens, then pulling her into the dream, and then like the first official group therapy where you actually get introduced properly to like Joey and Taryn and everything is after that.
And then the shared dream.
No, this group therapy is before the shared, or is after the shared dream.
Okay.
But before Philip's death. And then Nancy and
so
Gordon.
This Nancy and you mean Neil, right?
Huh?
Neil? That's his name? Neil?
Who?
Oh, Dr. Neil.
Yeah.
Or Dr. Gordon. Dr. Neil Gordon.
Name
confusion.
Have his... Oh, I keep writing Lawrence Fishburne. That's why I'm getting confused. Yeah, Dr.
So
Gordon.
they have their group therapy, and then that's when she
Dr.
talks
Gordon,
to him
she
about
eats.
Freddy,
Yeah,
right?
they have dinner, and then she talks about her mom dying in her sleep, and she tries to get him to prescribe the kids Hypnosil.
Yeah, and that's
he's like, you shouldn't even be taking it.
That also provides the for sure ending of the first movie.
Yeah,
she says her mom died.
That's when it confirms that she died in her sleep, and then that's when we get to Philip.
So maybe that was her mom's dream at the end of the first one where she gets taken.
I guess I don't know.
Who knows? Neil is being polite because imagine if you fucking heard someone telling you that, yeah, this man used to come into all our dreams and kill us, and then they died for real.
Yeah. That sounds just like you have some trauma to unpack.
Yeah. So then we go to the first death. Strong contender for best kill.
This is fucking great.
So this is probably the whole reason that he was introduced as liking
puppets. This is definitely best kill.
Hey, we're not to best kill yet, so...
Okay, you're right, but preemptively.
Philip falls asleep in his room, and then Freddy appears as a stop-motion puppet, which is super
It looks
cool.
great.
He's barely on the screen, but it's so cool.
It's not even 5 seconds, and I want more of it. It's so
really
good.
Cool. And then he grows to his normal self. The only part that's a little lame about this death is when he slices open his limbs, it's off screen, so you don't really see it.
Mm-hmm.
But then you see the slices once it shows him.
It shows the veins getting pulled out.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it veins, though? Isn't it? I feel like it's
not
tendons.
veins, it's tendons.
Yeah. He pulls out his...
I wrote down tendons, but I was looking at your screen, and you have veins written.
Yeah, it's tendons.
And that's what fucked me up.
It's his tendons, but he pulls them out and uses it like a puppet, and then... Kincaid sees him because he's a sleepwalker, so he's just like,
"Dude, wake up!" and then gives up immediately.
But also, he's doing this weird
no one sleepwalks like that.
Sleepwalk, yeah. But
also,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm getting a little bit ahead, but the one thing that bothers me about this scene is that the adults at this hospital are so fucking useless.
Well, that's any horror movie. It's adults are useless.
Okay, so he phases through this door that's like a locked door that he's not supposed to get through, right? And then I think earlier you had seen Joey and what's the nerd kid in the wheelchair?
Fuck, I knew until you asked.
It starts with an M, don't it?
Will.
Yeah, or W. Yeah, so earlier you see Will and Joey go to sleep as far as the nurses are aware, but then after the adults are gone, you see that they take turns so they can wake each other up if someone starts having a bad dream.
I forgot to mention that.
So it's Joey's turn. I don't even have it written down in my notes for some reason. Oh wait, no, I do. I just skipped it. But anyway, so it's Joey's turn to stay up, and so he looks out, and at the top of a tower that you eventually find out is that you eventually find out is an abandoned, abandoned part of the hospital that's been condemned and stuff for decades. He sees him in the tower, and he wakes up Will, and Will's like, dude, what the fuck's going on? And he drags him over the window, and then Will is freaking out, and he smashes the window to yell at Philip to try and wake him up, right? Because he's just standing on the edge.
Yeah.
Right? And then while he's doing that, Joey runs down the hall, and there's a nurse who did not notice Philip walking right in front of her. Didn't notice him because she was looking down at papers or something. And so he gets her, and she's like, what's wrong? And then he runs off back the other way to wake up all the other kids, and she apparently doesn't follow, because the next thing we see is all the kids rushing into Joey and Will's room and yelling out the window out at Philip to try and like stop him from to like try and wake him up, right? And then you see Freddy like cut the lines with his knife, and then you see Philip fall and they all scream. And at no point in this scene do you see any adults come into that room, despite the fact that like 6 kids are screaming as loud as they can, and one of them just ran down the hall and like harassed a nurse to get her to try and follow him.
I know there's less staff at hospitals and places at night, but come on.
At the very least, that one nurse should have followed them back to the room. Like, where the fuck what was she doing?
And you reminded me, because of the like condemned part of the hospital, it's Freddy's, spoiler warning for
Freddy's
the fucking
mom.
1980 whatever movie. It's Freddy's mom, who's a nun. Has she appeared yet? Because
No, the first time she shows up
into his backstory a lot more.
Hold on. Oh, actually, no, she did show up earlier. Hold on. The first time she showed up,
skipped it.
The first time she showed up was whenever her and Gordon were talking outside, and then she dropped the hypnosil, and he handed it back to her.
Yeah,
that's the first time you see. That's the first time you see the nun.
Pretty much, her whole thing in this movie is just she shows up for like a 30 seconds, says something cryptic, and then disappears.
Right. Yeah. Basically.
But yeah, Philip dies, and the staff just says it's a suicide.
Right, and
all
then
the
fucking
kids
Gordon
know that it's not.
Gordon is such a fucking terrible fucking psychologist, because he's like, he was a coward, he gave up, and it's like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, that seems baffling.
Maybe don't tell that to the kids that you fucking think are suicidal.
If you just go listen to the audio of that scene, it's baffling.
It's insane. He's a fucking asshole in that scene.
He's a coward. He gave up. He was weak. And you're like, Jesus, dude,
right?
chill.
Gordon's an asshole in the scene. Sims is an asshole in the scene. Nancy is the only one that's actually sympathetic to these fucking kids.
It's classic.
Because, like, even if it wasn't a Freddy thing going on, and they were like, it really was just like general like real life mental illness.
That's still not a good way to talk about it.
Don't fucking say that shit to people. What the fuck?
Classic horror adult syndrome.
Yeah, pretty bad.
And then is Jennifer's death right up next? I want to clarify. I watched these movies.
It's like immediately
afterward. I didn't
afterward.
take notes while I was watching because I was doing other stuff. But
right, because like during the group therapy, Kincaid started having like a whole like anger meltdown.
Coward.
So Kincaid gets put in the quiet room, and you see him trying to keep himself
Kincaid
awake.
is the best character.
And then Jennifer is watching TV in a room, and that's when Lawrence Fishburne / Max, he's like, "Oh, you gotta go to bed. You can't stay in here." And she's like, "No, please," and he decides to be nice because he's a good dude, and he's like, "Okay, but like if anybody finds you, I wasn't here. I didn't see you." Then there's a creepy nurse asshole that's trying to get Taryn to start doing drugs again, which is weird.
Yeah. And just to go off on a short little thing about Kincaid, he's the best character. In the documentary, his actor is also hilarious. He's great. And he says in the audition, I don't remember what instructions he was given, but he said he went in there to the casting people and he just started fucking cursing. He was like, "Hey, fuck you." And that's how he fucking got the role. He just went in there and said "fuck you" to the casting people.
I love that.
He's the fucking best. He's entertaining in the movie and in the fucking documentary where he's his real self. Awesome.
But anyways,
yeah.
So
then we go to Jennifer
right.
in the depressing TV room.
Right.
She's burning herself with cigarettes, trying to stay awake. TV malfunctions because she falls asleep.
Yeah.
Freddy's head comes out, or no, he grabs her first, right? No.
The robot hands. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's fine. First, there's an interview with some celebrity from the 80s. I don't remember who it is.
Yeah, it's an old late night show. I forget who the host is.
And that also reminds me, in the documentary, the director was like, to pick the person to cameo for this part, he was like, who do I want to see murdered the most? And like, he said in the documentary, he was like, I think I would love to see her murdered.
That's fucked.
Like, just straight up said it. But yeah, the talk show host, does he turn into Freddy or is he Freddy the whole time?
No, it's the actual real life talk show host for like a minute, and then it cuts away, and when it cuts back to him after she does like the the dozing and then wake
Yeah.
up thing, and that's actually her falling asleep. That's whenever it cuts away and then it cuts back to him, and it's Freddy.
So then Freddy slashes her. The
And
TV
then-
malfunctions, and then arms, cool fucking robot mechanical
Yeah,
arms. come
because she
out.
walks right up to the TV
Yeah,
for
'cause
some reason.
she's trying to fix it. She's like, "Why the fuck are you
Right.
doing that, TV?" And it
Um,
grabs her and pulls her up. And then Freddy's head comes out of it. He says some stuff, and then he
the
says the
greatest fucking line in
classic,
fucking movie
iconic,
history.
ad-libbed line. I'm pretty sure it's one of like, I don't know. I don't remember what place I read this or heard it, so I can't verify it to be 100% true. But one of the places I looked said that's the only time he ever ad-libbed a line. And if that's true, what a fucking time
great.
to do it. Welcome to
The
prime
prime
time,
time,
bitch. He loves the word bitch.
And then he smashes her head in.
Into
and,
the TV.
And poor fucking Lawrence Fishburne has to walk in and just see her like
Yeah,
fucking like that
it's a
hanging out of
great
it. It's
visual.
insane.
And another contender for best kill.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. That's a good one too.
It's great. Like I said already, all of the movies, great visuals, great effects that are awesome to watch.
Yeah. And then we get
The hypnosis session.
first the nun is being cryptic again at the fucking funeral.
Oh yeah.
And then
skip the funeral altogether.
And then Gordon and Nancy have dinner, and that's when she tells him about Freddy, and then that's when they have the
Now
hypnosis
that I
group
think
session.
about it, these movies are fucking all about funerals. There's a funeral
There's
in the
so
first
many
one.
funerals.
There's a funeral in this
There's
one.
a shit ton
There's
of funerals in the next one.
Yeah, too many funerals.
Too many funeral scenes, yeah.
Nancy and Dr. Neil or Dr. Gordon, whatever, they're in a hypnosis session with the teens. They want to enter the dream world together and discover their dream powers.
Which is...
They're all pretty lame powers.
They kind of are, but like it's still better than 4.
Kristen's power, Kristen's power is just that she can pull people into dreams. We already knew that one. Kincaid, he's super...
Hold on. She can also do acrobatics.
Oh, yeah.
She gets 2 powers for some reason.
I can do backflips now.
Yeah.
Kincaid he's super strong.
That's the only cool one.
Will can walk, and he's a wizard now.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's pretty
I am
cool,
the
actually.
wizard, which you don't even see him. He just says in here, "I am the wizard master." And like,
because they
what?
play. It's so. Dungeons
rip
and
off
Dragons
D&D.
was copyrighted. Obviously,
yeah, it's just
so,
rip off D&D.
Taryn she's beautiful and bad.
Her her power is just like
Her power is that
I'm
she
punk
is a
now.
punk rocker. Yeah,
I'm now punk and
she
I have
has
knives.
switchblades. Yeah, no, and also in the documentary, all of the people involved were like, "I fucking hate this line," and she was like, "I really wish I didn't have to say that." I'm beautiful and bad. I really don't think it's that bad. Like it's cringe.
It's fine, but
it's like I feel like it fits, so it's fine. Joey, he just doesn't fucking get one.
Oh yeah, Joey walks off before they do the power reveal
Yeah.
thing because he's getting seduced by the fucking nurse.
Yeah, you see the first pair of boobs in Nightmare on Elm Street. You kind of see like a glimpse of Nancy's stunt double in the first one, but this is the first actual.
This is like
boobs.
full on like tits
Yeah.
out.
And she turns into Freddy. But in the documentary, and you can find pictures of it, and it's hilarious to look at. Originally, they wanted to turn just her head into Freddy, so that you could just see the fucking tits on Freddy, and it looked so ridiculous.
I'm glad they didn't do that, but that also would have been great.
That would make the movie more iconic, I think. The guy was like, and they put the Freddy makeup on the woman. They're like, it just looked like that woman,
Right.
but with Freddy's face and tits out.
Right, and then, but
Yeah.
anyway, before it turns into Freddy, she starts shooting tongues
Yeah,
out of her
she's-
mouth to like
and
wrap him to the.
When I first watched this when I was younger, I didn't know that was tongues. I was like, what the fuck is coming out of her mouth?
It's tongues.
Yeah, but she straps him down with tongues, and then his bed falls into a fiery pit.
It's just above it.
Yeah.
Um,
And he's just dangling over it.
Yeah,
And
he's just
then-
above the hell pit.
Everyone wakes up except for Joey, because now he's in a coma.
Yeah. Well, first everything starts going to shit, and then that's whenever hold on. That's when Sims comes in and they're all asleep and Joey's passed out on the floor, and when she starts shaking him, that's when everybody wakes up. And then Gordon and Nancy get kicked out, and the bitch doctor acts like she's like sympathetic to Gordon. She's just like, no, and he's like, oh, just take care of him. And it's like, bitch, this is your fault. You were actively making things worse. He's finally doing something to try and make things better.
Elixir. That's the word I was thinking of earlier.
Elixir?
Elixir.
The last good one, elixir.
Yeah. So then we have another meeting between
Yeah, the nun.
between Neil and Sister Mary is what she calls herself.
Sister Mary Helena.
She says that Freddy's remains must be found and buried in hallowed ground.
Well,
buried, whatever.
First, she tells him that that closed wing where Philip fell from used to be for like the worst of the criminally insane.
Is this where she reveals his backstory?
Yeah, and then a young girl on the staff was accidentally locked in over the holidays, which why was there none of the staff?
Big oversight.
Why are these people, why is all the staff leaving on the holidays, but all the inmates are
They're
still
probably
there?
just thinking like maybe they'll all kill each other and we don't
Right,
have to come
and then two, even if that was the case, how's the one girl get stuck there? But anyway, she gets locked in over the holidays.
And
is raped.
I
almost said it.
She is not pleasantly treated by those
Yeah,
men.
she's not pleasantly treated hundreds of times.
Freddy
and then
is the bastard
when they
son
find
of
it-
100 maniacs.
Yeah, that's actually a really good line.
Yeah.
And the name of his mom is Amanda Kruger. And then that's when she tells him that he's got to be buried in hallowed ground.
Yeah, and it's not actually, I don't think it's revealed yet that she is Amanda Kruger.
That's not until the end.
Yeah.
Which is kind of it's a fun reveal, but it's also kind of pointless.
Yeah. So then Sims and Nancy get suspended, understandably, because like 2 or 3 kids have died since Nancy arrived.
Yeah, and then
one's in a coma. So I have some angry parents.
Before we get to what's on your thing, Nancy is with Joey while he's in his coma in the hospital bed, and
that's after the suspension, right?
Yeah, that's after the
it's
suspension.
Weird that she's allowed in there, but whatever.
Right, but she tells Freddy to let him go, and then you see cut, which I don't know why his shirt is open to begin with, but you see cut into his chest.
Oh, yeah, he cuts
Come and get him, bitch, which is fucking great. And then that's when her and Gordon talk to each other, and they tell each other the stuff that's going on, and then that's when we get to Kristen freaking out, and then locked in solitary confinement.
Yeah, and then Freddy attacks her in the cell. Yeah.
Well, hold on.
Like I said, I may have gotten some stuff wrong because I wasn't able to note while watching it.
Yeah. So his notes are a little jumbled. They go to see Nancy's dad, and you find out that he's an alcoholic, presumably because his ex-wife. He watched his ex-wife get like fucking burned to death, sucked into a bed. But anyway, she tells him Kruger's back and needs to know where they hid the bones, but he refuses to help. And then that's when Gordon gets a page, and it's Taryn telling them that Kristen's about to be sedated in the quiet room.
Another thing is, they just have they're just allowed to use the phone and call the people who
right,
just got suspended.
It's not a whole lot of security here.
And yeah, so Nancy.
Honestly,
leaves.
this whole hospital should be shut down. It's really dangerous for these kids.
So
but
Nancy leaves.
Yeah, Nancy's going to the hospital.
Gordon is like, fucking, hey, listen here, fucker.
He roughs up the dad. It's fucking great.
I think he said he was demoted, not fired. So that's still a crime.
Oh no, for sure.
Even if he's not a cop, it's a crime.
It's a crime.
He's
it's
a
assault.
cop, so it's even worse.
There's witnesses because it's a busy bar. Still not good. But anyway, so they go to a church and get holy water, and then the priest catches him trying to take a crucifix, and he's like, "I need this. I'll pay you for it." And then he opens his wallet and just gives him his driver's license, and it's just like, "I'll bring it back."
Yeah, great movie though. Great movie.
But Nancy has to talk her way past Lawrence Fishburne to see the others. Nancy's dad takes Gordon to the salvage yard. Kids agree to go in and get Joey.
Listen, why did Lawrence Fishburne die in this movie?
Because it's Lawrence fucking Fishburne.
Morpheus.
But anyway, so they go to sleep, or Nancy hypnotizes them again. They wake up with Kristen, and then Freddy starts fucking up the walls, slashing through them, and they're like, stay in the middle.
Is this before or after he confronts each of them separately?
This is just before, because they're not split up yet.
Yeah.
It's during this that, right, so
And
Kristen is like suddenly,
You're good.
suddenly in her room, like it's basically playing the beginning of the movie, but with the mom being slightly less of a bitch. But then the same thing happens where like the voice from downstairs is like her boy toy that she brought with her asking about alcohol. And then she's like, I'll be down there in a second. And then she's talking to her daughter. And then all of a sudden, it's just Freddy's like, I said, where's the alcohol, bitch? And then, like, kills her. That's not exactly what he says. I'm paraphrasing.
Something like that. And then,
yeah, and then she...
Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah.
The liquor. It's good. Liquor, I barely know her.
Jesus. Yeah, so Kristen, acrobat, avoids death and then tumbles down the stairs, I guess.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say this sequence is where it really you really start to see why it's classified as fantasy horror and not just horror.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I would like fantasy horror, with a few exceptions like Army of Darkness, but I do really like this movie. So.
So yeah, we get.
Is this where they get separated?
Yes, this is my notes are matching up with yours now.
Taryn is in a dark alley with her switchblades because she's beautiful and bad. And she gets like little fucking sucking mouths on her arm, which is cool.
He's taunting her with the fucking needle fingers, which is disgusting.
She used to be a drug addict, so she's getting little sucking mouths on her arm, and then that's when
he stabs her in her track marks. And then that kills her, I guess. Because they kind of blow through these last couple deaths kind of quickly.
But it's fine. It's good. And then Will is like, I'm going to fuck you up. Because I'm a wizard boy.
First, Will's like walking down the hallway, and then there's like the fucking wheelchair of death.
Oh, yeah.
And then it like goes back and forth twice, and then that's when he turns into the wizard master, where he just has like a weird shoulder padded cloak over his normal like hospital pajamas, but he like wizard fingers destroys it, and then Freddy just stabs him.
In the documentary too, they talked about how the wheelchair was like fucking huge, and it was like gigantic. A nightmare to work with, and they all hated it. Kincaid then fights Freddy. Fucking just fist fights him, and he survives. He wins.
Oh wait!
Badass.
No, sorry. Just before that, Nancy finds Kristen, right? And then they're trying to figure out what's going on. And then Kincaid just fucking Kool-Aid Mans through the fucking wall.
Oh, yeah! I fucking love Kincaid. I wish...
Kincaid's great.
In the next movie, he's like instantly gone, but it sucks because he's the fucking best.
Actually, no, maybe he does fight him... Well, no, I don't think he fights him.
It's not really that important.
I don't know. He doesn't
both
fight
things
yet.
happen, so
but
it's
anyways,
fine.
He fights him eventually. But there's like a floating door that appears, and then like they go through it, and it's like a spiral staircase to hell. Then we cut back to Gordon and Nancy's dad at the thing.
They're at the junkyard,
right?
Car junkyard, and Freddy's again. Is it stop motion? It's stop motion, right?
No, we're not there yet.
Oh, okay.
But yes. So the remains are in the back of like a Cadillac that's just in like these stacks of like cars that aren't even crushed.
Weird, like why wouldn't they have already buried them?
Right. And then Nancy's dad tried, like, why would you not put him in the dirt to begin with? Why is he in the back of a car?
Seems strange.
But anyway, so Nancy's dad tries to leave, but Gordon has the keys and he taunts him with it. That's when we cut back to Nancy and the group, and they find Joey. Freddy appears. Nancy like runs down a pipe to save Joey from falling, and like it takes Kincaid like grabbing it to stop him from like doing the stuff. We're almost to where you're at. Kristen flip kicks Freddy. Kincaid grabs Nancy and Joey, and then that's when he beats Freddy with the pipe, which is fucking great.
Fucking love Kincaid.
And then Freddy grabs Kincaid, Nancy stabs Freddy with a pipe, and then that's when the first reveal of the screaming soul chest, because she's like, he's never been this strong before, and he's just like, I've got all of these souls. And then he just disappears.
It's the screaming soul chest comes back in the next one.
Yeah.
With some boobies in it.
And then that's when we get to junkyard battle with the
fucking
skeleton.
Sick-ass Army
Oh my
of
god,
Darkness
it's fucking
skeleton
great.
Fight. I love this part.
And it's got the, oh my god, it's got the Freddy glove. It's
the skeleton reanimate. Oh god, it's so cool. If they fight the skeleton,
it looks like a skeleton from an old
Army of Darkness. It fucking looks like Army.
Oh,
of Darkness.
It looks like Army of Darkness, but no, I was thinking like the old Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, it's
like the really old one where everything's stop
super
motion.
cool.
It's fucking great.
But the skeleton ends up killing Nancy's father.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
It like
RIP.
stabs him and then like throws him, and I guess he gets impaled on like the wing of like an old like Cadillac or something. It's weird.
I mean, R.I.P.
And then that's it. Like until we get to fake dad.
Yeah. I don't know. When I first watched it, I was like, it's really weird that 40-year-old guy is trying to date her, but
it is a little odd.
Yeah.
But anyways, so Nancy and group end up in a hall of mirrors after the Gordon gets cut and beat into a grave, and then the Freddy skeleton starts burying him, and then does like a little cheering thing and just collapses.
I love the skeleton. I fucking love it.
It's fucking great. Then we cut back to Nancy and group wandering the Hall of Mirrors, and then that's when Mirror Freddies start trying to pull them into the mirrors, and then we get to Joey's power, which is that he can talk.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking lame.
And he's incredibly loud, and so all the mirrors explode.
Okay, but the thing is, that's his power in his dream. In the next movie, he just fucking talk like that.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything with it
to get the power, because he can just talk in the next
like
movie.
Their powers do absolutely we'll get to it, but the powers do absolutely nothing.
Side
in the next
note,
one.
I could have watched a 10-minute fucking fight scene between Kincaid and the skeleton.
Oh, it would have been amazing.
Yeah, that would have been a great thing to include.
Anyways, so Joey screams, all the mirrors explode. That's when we get to fake dad, which this pisses me off so much. It's the only part of this movie that I don't like, because I refuse to believe that Nancy would have fell for this.
Yeah, Nancy's real smart, so...
She's real smart up until this scene, and then it's just like, clearly that's fake. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So the Nancy dad apologizes, that it turns into Freddy while they're hugging, and then stabs her. And then him and Kristen fight, I guess. Yeah. I don't know what the other two are doing at this point. I kind of lost track of them.
Well, it doesn't matter, because it ends up with Neil burying and putting the holy water, and then Freddy bursts into
but
life.
Nancy does pop up from the dead and like stabs Freddy with his own glove to stop Kristen, or to stop him from killing Kristen, and then Gordon actually finishes saving the day,
and then Nancy dies,
and Kristen's like cradling her.
Yeah, at Nancy's funeral we see Sister Mary Helena again, or Amanda Kruger.
Yeah, because Gordon walks around in front of this grave that she'd walked behind, and then it says it's just like Amanda Kruger, her Christian name, Sister Mary Helena, which again, it's a cool reveal. It's kind of pointless in terms of the plot. I like it, but there's no real reason for it.
I feel like it does work, because I feel like it would have been weird if the whole time she was like, "Hey, I'm
just
Freddy's
a random
mom,"
nun,
or if she's like, "Hey, I'm Freddy's mom."
If she's Freddy's, like if she's blatantly Freddy's mom, or if it's just like a random nun, like either one's weird. But like, anyways, so it ends with a shot of like Gordon sleeping, and then there's the little model Elm Street house because he has it now for some reason.
Yeah.
And then the light turns on in the upper left-hand window, and then that's it.
Yeah. And then now we get into our immediate thoughts.
Our thoughts.
My immediate thoughts are, I really like it. It's one of my favorite ones.
It's the last good one.
But I do really wish that I could have seen, like, I need to see if you can find, like, a copy of Wes Craven's original draft of this.
Oh my god, that would be great.
I would love to see, because they said it's a lot darker and more ambitious, so I would love to see what that would have been like before the rewrite.
I would also, like I said, the only thing I don't like about this movie is Nancy falling for the dad trick. Yeah. I am okay. I don't like them killing her, but I'm okay with them killing her if it didn't rely on her having to be stupid for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Right? If there was some other way that she got tricked and then gets killed, it'd be fine.
She's one of the best final girls of horror history. Mm-hmm. So for that to happen is a little disappointing. But overall, Really good movie.
Right.
Love this movie. Now we get into Best Kill.
Best kill.
For me, the best kill is it's a tie between the
Welcome to prime time,
yeah, it's a tie between that one and the Tendons. If I had to pick one, I think I would pick the TV one, just because I think it's more iconic. Got the classic line. So for me, that's the best kill. What are your thoughts?
Personally, I like the effects from Philip's death.
Yeah,
Because I
that
think
is
the
really cool.
the puppet beforehand and then like the tendon puppet strings is really fucked up and it looks gross in all the shots and everything, and I really like it, but it is. I feel like the "Welcome to Primetime, bitch" line for the TV kill.
Yeah,
It does a lot.
it's so good.
It
It's
does
so
a
good.
lot, and
Plus, the visual, like when she's dead, just hanging from the TV, is
Right.
super cool. Too.
I think if it wasn't like if that line wasn't there, I would probably give it to Philip, because that line's there. It kind of puts them about even for me.
Yeah, yeah,
I think we can average that the TV death probably averages a little higher than Philip's death, but it's
Yeah.
close. It's close.
Oh yeah, it's close.
Oh, I'm so close.
Now, what does the public think of this movie? Do they like it? Do they hate it? Let's find out.
Public opinion.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors has a 68% on Rotten Tomatoes for the audience score, because that's the one that matters, with 250,000 plus ratings.
Although, to be fair, the audience score is only 1% higher than the critic score, which is not often. Usually there's a very big difference.
Yeah, and just for comparison, that score against an 84% on the original.
Mm-hmm.
Just to compare out of curiosity.
It's because they killed Nancy. I guarantee that's what
On
the 20% drop is.
IMDb, which is what I usually prefer, 6.7 out of 10 with a 97,000 amount of reviews. I don't know how to speak, apparently. 97,000 reviews, and it's got a 6.7. So it's definitely rated pretty good for a horror movie, because as we say every single time, most horror movies are pretty negatively rated no matter what.
Yeah.
So now let's get into
There's like a standard like adjustment that you have to do.
yeah, like any horror film, you can add like an extra 10% on for just the people who don't
Right.
like horror movies but
And
review
you
them
also
anyway.
you also have to adjust it differently if it's like a normal really good horror movie or like a really good horror movie that also does good with general audiences, because
Yeah.
there's a difference.
Like what people like to call elevated horror, like the movie Mother with Jennifer Lawrence and what's that other one?
Right.
Hereditary. Those kind of movies people like to call elevated horror.
Right.
They're real snobby about it.
They are really snobby about it. I don't think you have to adjust the like other than those movies that do good with general audiences. Most other horror films, like there's like a standard like adjustment that you have to do,
Yeah.
because like it could be a really really good horror movie and it'll still get like a fucking 80.
Yeah. So this is a first so far out of our 13 or however many episodes. There's only one
There's
star
only
review.
one.
So we're going to read it in its entirety. It's not super long, but it is a good amount. It's got 5 thumbs ups and 8 thumbs downs, but that's just one star review is crazy. The review was left on May 2nd, 2004.
It also just starts with like quotes from the movie, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because there's like
does
no
one-
context of what the complaint is about.
Yeah. Freddy does once flew over the cuckoo's nest. What? Freddy does once flew... I don't even know.
One flew over the cuckoo's nest. They've misspelled it.
Philip's death was a sleepwalking accident, nothing more. I'm prescribing Hypnosil. That's a dream suppressant. Freddy, the bastard son of 100 mediums. That's not even the quote, but whatever. Some say he was murdered, but nobody was ever found. You must find the remains and bury them in hollowed ground. Freddy's back, and this time he's framing kids for their own ending of themselves. Or if they don't, they die. They don't. Or
If they don't die.
I can't fucking read.
Do you want me to read
The
it?
evil adults, parentheses, parents, doctors, psychologists, lock them up in a mental institution. These elements are preserved from the first one. Cheesy dialogue, hammy acting, the pretense
What?
of really difficult issues which give the actors an even tougher job. Parentheses, self-ending, madness, mental institutions. Heather Langenkamp from the first movie, parentheses, who comes out with such beauties as all of you have inner strength, some special power you had in your most wonderful dreams, and imaginative, humorous death scenes. Stop motion animation is shamelessly used multiple times because it's fucking cool.
It's fucking
that's
awesome.
why, to create Fowler, spelled wrong, more imaginative deaths than in the first movie.
That's spelled right.
Dick Cavett.
I mean, that's not like grammatically correct. I'm pretty sure it should be more foul, but like,
Is it not?
but that is spelled right for
I
how
thought
you
it
would
was a
spell
W.
Fowler. No, W is for like fowl, like a bird.
Whatever, fuck you. Dick Cavett turns into Freddy. A puppet turns into Freddy for a moment. Freddy appears as a giant, greasy killer worm. A sink turns into Freddy, and a TV turns into Freddy and kills a girl who wanted to be an actress in a very Craven-esque, self-referential scene. This is it, Jennifer, your big break on TV. It's trashy, cheesy, sometimes gross and freaky, but always fun because it doesn't pretend to be anything else. Look out for Morpheus playing an orderly and a cute Patricia Arquette.
If it's always fun, then
why
why
one
did you
star?
rate it one?
Yeah, I think this is just someone who doesn't like Nightmare on Elm Street because they also shit talk the first movie. So like,
Right?
don't
And then
leave a
also,
review, dickhead.
also scroll back down. Fucking no, too far. Back up. Cheesy dialogue, sometimes maybe, but mostly not. Hammy acting, no. All of the acting is really
amazing.
good.
I think that every movie has cheesy acting at some point. Like every movie has at least one scene where you're like, ugh, I didn't
That's
like
a little
that.
off.
Yeah, but it's just some unhappy dickhead. That's just
What
how
the
it goes.
But then like it ends like how you would end up like a 7-star review.
Yeah, it's
That's just confusing.
yeah.
That almost feels like somebody just like did it like a
Satire.
bot.
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. That's odd.
Now we need to talk about where this movie ranks on the scareometer, the scary rankings. Not gonna read every single movie we have on there because there's a bunch. So I'll just read the top movie right now is the original Nightmare on Elm Street. The bottom movie is Toxic Avenger with a 1, and then the Nightmare on Elm Street has a 6.5. So where does this one rank? For me, I don't think it's as scary as the first one because of the fantasy elements. And that's something that the director did on purpose because he said so in the documentary, that he wanted to lean more into the imaginative in his own words. So I think it's more of like a... But is it as scary as Creep? I don't really think so. I really like this movie and it's one of my favorites, but I don't think it's that scary actually.
No, it's not. We could put it. We could put it even with.
Pretty fun. So it's
We
more
could put
fun
it.
than
We could
scary.
put it even with 2, I think. Or we could put it in between 2 and Creep if you want.
I might rank it even lower.
You would put it lower. Okay, but it can't be
'Cause
lower
well,
than.
remember-
It can't be lower than. Oh wait, no, that's final chapter. Never mind.
Remember that this is not how good it is. This is
I
how
know,
scary
I
it is
know,
only,
but,
because
like-
I love this movie. Like I
It's-
said, it's one of my favorite
It's scarier.
ones.
It's scarier than Chud for sure, though.
It's just got a different vibe. I think this movie was so nostalgic and comforting for me that it's hard to see it as scary.
No, right. There's that. I also it is definitely it's definitely scarier than Chud because like just the tendon thing on its own. Just the tendon thing on its own. I would put it at the very least above Chud.
Yeah, we can put it at We can put it at a 4 and tie it with the final chapter.
That's fine. That sounds fine to me. That seems reasonable.
Yeah, so we'll do a 4. And on that note, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 Dream Warriors has been